Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today I want to start a playthrough of Wasteland 2, the director's cut. Let's revisit this game almost 10 years after it was released. We will play with a custom squad, of course. I already created the characters and the team will be based on the A team. So let's just quickly select Hannibal, Face, BA or Vargas, and finally Murdoch. Let's quickly take a look at the squad. Hannibal, of course, will be the leader. He has the highest charisma value and he also has the leadership skill. Other skills: demolitions, smartass, perception and assault rifles. BA, the muscles of the team: strength 8, blunt weapons, hard-ass, mechanical repair and weaponsmithing. Face will be the sniper. He also has barter, lockpicking, safecracking and kiss-ass. And Murdoch, he will be the field medic. Highest speed in the squad, speed of 8, that will hopefully enable him to move around the battlefield quickly. Other skills: animal whisperer, energy weapons, submachine guns and toaster repair. Nobody has a quirk. The quirks have fairly significant drawbacks and I don't think they fit the characters very well, so let's skip the quirks. And then we are probably ready to start. Well, I will skip the introduction movie. The sound volume of the movie differs quite a bit from the sound volumes in-game. And I don't seem to be able to synchronize that very well, so I'll probably post the introduction movie as a separate video. Let's go. Alright, the difficulty. Supreme Jerk will require some min-maxing. And I hope it's pretty clear from this team that we are not doing that at all. Let's play on Ranger.
Thank you, recruits.
And let's first have a chat with General Vargas. Vargas, a stiff bearded older man wearing a hard-worn ranger uniform and a battered old cowboy hat.
I appreciate you coming to Captain Ace's retirement party when you hardly knew the man. Appropriate, too, seeing as how investigating his death will be your first duty as a desert ranger.
How did Ace die, sir?
Ace had been trying to locate a faint radio signal, which has lately been giving us cause for concern. We gave him 3 repeater units and sent him to hook them up to 3 remote radio towers. This would have allowed us to get a fix on the signal. But sadly, Ace was murdered by unknown assailants right after hooking up the first tower, and his logbook and the last 2 repeater units were stolen.
The signal is a threat?
The voice on those broadcasts disturbed me greatly. It talked crazy talk about a future where man and machine would be one. Worse, it talked about us, the Desert Rangers, specifically. It said it was coming for us.
Repeater units?
When you get back to the Citadel, talk to our radio expert, Wade Woodson, if you want to know more about the technical details. All I know is the repeaters will upgrade the towers and allow us to zero in on the mystery signal.
Alright, where are the radio towers?
I'll give you the locations of the towers once you have the repeaters in hand. More important to find them first.
You think the logbook was stolen?
Don't know, but it wasn't on Ace's person when he was found. Look for it. It might have some clues as to his death.
Alright. Happy to be given the opportunity, but are you sure we're ready?
Yeah, I know. You've hardly found your feet with us, and here I am sending you on a mission that already got 1 ranger killed. Well, I wish I had another option, but the Desert Rangers are spread a little thin right now. Ranger teams Abel and Charlie are out west trying to stop a range war out there from becoming straight-up genocide. And Team Baker is up north looking for a way through the radiation that's cut us off from Vegas. I'm afraid the next generation is going to have to lead the charge on this one.
What's the mission?
The mission is this. Search the area where Ace's body was found, and do your best to recover his logbook and the repeater units. Then call in your report. If you find the repeaters, I may send you on to finish his mission. Ace's death must be avenged, and it will be. But finding the signal he died trying to track down is just as important. Besides, I got the sneaking suspicion that when you find the one, you'll find the other.
And where is this area?
It's about a day's walk east from here. I'll mark it on your map.
Right, the radio tower, there it is.
There you go.
A call in?
Yes, call in on your radio. Your radio is your lifeline to Ranger Citadel. We'll be calling you with alerts and updates on your current missions, and sending you new missions when we receive distress calls. As Rangers, it is your sworn duty to respond to those calls. That is the contract we made with the people of Arizona when we opened for business.
And when can we enter the Citadel?
Once you prove yourself, the Citadel will be your new home. Consider this mission the final test of your training. If you succeed, you are welcome within our walls. If you fail, then you aren't cut out to be a Desert Ranger, and we won't let you in.
Right, so I have all 3 dialogue skills in the squad right now. Hard-ass, kick-ass and smart-ass. Let's go with this. Surely, sir, the success of the mission is more important than testing us. If you want to find these signals, shouldn't you let us in, so we can stock up on everything we need to succeed?
Using logic on me, eh? Smartass. Logic and observation will change some folks' minds, and you can catch people in lies that way. But sometime, it only makes them mad, so be careful. In this case, you're right.
All right.
I should let you in, but I got a feeling about you four. You got depths you don't even know you have, and it's going to take adversity to tap them. So I'm sending you out undergunned and unprepared, just to see what it brings out of you. You'll thank me later. Maybe.
All right. We'll do our best.
Good luck out there, recruits.
And a logbook update. Let's check that first. So Vargas ordered us to go to the site where Ace's body was found, search the area for the repeater units. And we also need to search that area for Ace's logbook. It might have some salient information on who killed him and why. Let's also check the gear we are using right now. Hannibal has an M1. Face a hunting rifle. BA a barbed wire bat. Murdoch has 2 weapons. He has 2 combat skills. A greaser submachine gun and a face blaster. Hannibal should always take point. He has the perception skill. We can make the perception range visible. Let's grab this shovel. Put it on the hotbar. Now we can explore the starting area. We have the graveyard. There's nothing else here, I think. An area with tents. Angela, we definitely want to meet her. The Citadel entrance, a shop, water source, some guys here, a ranger here, and the firing range. Let's first check out the Citadel entrance. Good to see you, recruits. Afraid I can't open this door for you just yet. And this is a Desert Ranger in scarred but spotless combat armor. And he gives you a friendly salute. Welcome to Ranger Citadel, recruits. The general ordered me not to let you in before you finish your first investigation. And dialogue skills available, kiss-ass and hard-ass. Let's go with this. The general ordered us to tell you to let us in. Nice try. It won't get you through this door though. Tell you what, I know you want to get inside so you can get your hands on the good stuff Melson's got waiting for you in the armory. Well, I got a little toy that might just tide you over. Interested? You bet. What is it? It's a double-barreled flintlock pistol that will turn your enemies into a thin red paste. You can have her as long as you promise to put her to good use. And I think this is a weapon that uses the shotgun skill. We don't have that in the squad right now. But I guess selling the gun also counts as putting her to good use. I'm pretty sure that's a promise we can keep. Great, here you go. Right, see you later. So we got the Mississippi Mule. It is a shotgun. We probably sell that. There's a shop right here. Howdy there, Team Echo. This is Solvi. We will talk with you later.
Hey, Echo 1. Mind picking up that can over there for me? Think there's some water in there.
Right. Examine the can. Tin cans and goats usually go together, apparently. Your instincts are telling you that you might not want to steal this goat's next meal. We can use Animal Whisperer. Murdoch has that skill. And a success. Murdoch now has a follower. That will give him +1 awareness. It's not bad. We can pick up the can. That's junk. Yeah, you will find mostly junk or ammunition here. I can use the shovel to dig up buried loot. And you can get lucky, but mostly junk and ammo. Can sell the junk later. Also something there. And let's head to the, what was it, firing range. Carefully examining the fence, Hannibal finds a lock, so that's something for Face to take care of. Very good. And we have a weapons crate. If you are lucky, you can get a weapon upgrade here. Well, we found a bladed weapon. We will sell that. Don't have the bladed weapon skill in the squad. Ammo. And right now we probably want to go to the tent area and meet Angela. I think there's some more to loot to dig up somewhere around here. Let's grab that too. Right, just junk, and also here, right. I just grab everything. And we actually got lucky here. Nail board. That's something for BA. Let's check that. More damage. It is more expensive to use though. So let's also keep the bat equipped as a secondary weapon. And now let's meet Angela.
God damn it, Ace. You never should have put down the wrench and picked up the gun.
Angela, a tough-looking redhead with decades of sun and wind and hard living etched into her angular face. She stands sobbing in the shadows. You saw her at Ace's retirement party.
Sorry about the waterworks. I'm still pretty broke up over Ace. I'm Angie. You kids must be the new recruits old Vargas trained up. Lord, y'all just babies.
Babies, us?
Sorry, but you are. As cute as little kittens. Y'all remind me of us. Snake, Razor, Thrasher, and me. Back when we were just starting out. Thinking we were gonna save the world for the future. Thinking none of us would ever die. Christ, sorry. Don't listen to me. Youth is good. Optimism is good. If we all started out worn out and jaded like me, nobody'd ever try to change the world. So you kids go ahead and give it a go. Maybe it'll work this time.
We saw you at Ace's funeral. You knew him well?
They all hurt, but this one... Man, Ace wasn't even a ranger. Not at first. He worked as a driver and mechanic for Farron Brygo up in Vegas. And when Base Cochise started sending its death machines into the desert, Brygo sent Ace south to recruit robot fighters. We met him in Quartz. He'd pissed somebody off out there and they'd locked him up. We sorted that out, and he started running with us, helping us fight Cochise, and never stopped. Vargas eventually gave him the uniform and the hat, but I don't think he ever formally signed on. He was just always there. And now he's... God damn it, Ace. I knew this one was trouble, I knew it.
Where's Quartz?
Man, not sure I can recall. Haven't been out that way in ages. Don't even know if it's still on the map. Ask Thrasher, he'd know.
What? Where's Thrasher now?
You better call him Gilbert now. Funny, back in the day he just seemed like this big old growly bear. Strong as an ox and just about as articulate. But then he got all torn up during our fight with the robots from Base Cochise, and he couldn't go out on patrol no more. Any other commander would have handed him his walking papers. But Vargas doesn't dump old friends. So he started him working in the museum. And once you know it, turns out the old bear has a knack for cartography. He's been gradually mapping our little corner of the Wasteland ever since.
How well do you know? How well do you know General Vargas?
Better than he'd like. Back in the day, the General was the craziest of us all. But somehow, after he brought down Base Cochise, he became the sanest. Now he's running the whole show and doing a damn fine job. While I'm still walking patrols and answering radio calls. Shows you how much ambition I got, huh?
So, General Vargas used to be called Snake?
Well, like I said, he was one wild-ass son of a bitch back in the day. But I think the weight of his responsibilities has kind of squashed that out of him now. He hasn't been in a decent bar fight in, shit, a decade maybe?
What happened to Hellraiser?
He's another one gone. Went out for a patrol a few weeks back and never came home. Don't know if he's dead or AWOL or gone off to join the Scorpions. All anybody knows is he hasn't called in, and we haven't heard from anybody who's seen him. I miss old Hellraiser like blazes. Didn't talk much. Didn't make friends easy. Wasn't big on social graces. But he was as loyal as they come, and when the shit started flying, he was the guy you wanted at your back. He didn't win that name by accident. Sharp as a razor, scary as hell.
Right. Tell us about the Red Scorpions.
You weren't briefed on those fucks during your training? Well, let me fill you in. You know when we left the prison and moved here to the Citadel? Well, the Scorpions were the jerks who moved into the prison when we moved out. Just a bunch of rangers back then, but they've been getting more organized. Call themselves a militia now, and they try to act like they're the Desert Rangers of eastern Arizona. Well, that's a load of horse shit. A protection racket ain't the same as protecting people. They shake down all their towns for money, and if the locals don't kick in, they smash them up. The Rangers aren't like that. We get by on donations and good old-fashioned scavenging.
What can you tell us about eastern Arizona?
Basically everything between the prison and the radiation clouds to the east. There are a few small towns and farms out there, which the Scorpions claim is their territory. Rangers used to patrol that area before we moved here, and we knew it pretty well. But a lot can change in 15 years. Who knows? Maybe it's all as clean and nice and crime-free as the Scorpions say it is. But I've got my doubts.
Radiation clouds?
The edges of the map, kiddies. Big hot areas we can't get into without getting cooked to a crisp. The clouds move around some with the wind and the weather, but there are permanent hot spots on every side of us. North, south, east, and west. Until we started hearing those weird broadcasts, I kind of thought those clouds went on forever, and that Arizona was the last place on Earth. But maybe there's more people out there. Maybe the whole rest of the world's just fine, and we're the only ones in hell. Wouldn't that be a joke?
Have you heard any of these strange broadcasts?
Ace played me some of them before he died. Hard to make out a lot of it, but what I heard made my hair stand on end. Some guy talking about turning men into machines, or machines into men, or some shit. But the crazy thing was, then he starts talking about us, the Rangers, saying we're the cause of all the trouble in the world, and we need to be wiped out so his glorious future can be born. I mean, who is this guy? Where is he? What the fuck does he have against us?
What was Base Cochise?
An old military facility from before the war, and the biggest fight the Rangers ever had. There was some crazy computer in there that kept spitting out robots and sending them off to kill people. We had one hell of a fight putting it down. Earned our stripes that day. Literally. That's when I became Captain Death.
So a computer was making the robots?
Yeah. The Base Cochise AI. Don't know what was wrong with it. Broken, I guess. It thought everybody was its enemy. Wanted to kill the whole planet.
You thought Ace's mission was trouble?
He was working on the same thing Vargas has you working on. Trying to track down radio signals from beyond the edges of the map. All seemed a bit boring and scientific to me. But then Ace started saying he thought someone was following him. I asked him to let me come with him when I met him at Rail Nomads to give him the repeater units. But he told me to go back to base. He said he was just jumping at shadows because those radio broadcasts had spooked him. I should have gone with him. Why didn't I go with him?
Tell me about the Rail Nomads.
Could be a nice little place if the Atchisons and Topekans would kiss and make up. I can't even remember what it's all about, but between them, they got enough old railroad tech that if they worked together, they could give this area a real transportation system. Instead, seems like all they want to do is blow each other's heads off. Idiots.
Do you know more about these repeater units?
I don't really know the details. It's all a bunch of mumbo-jumbo about transmitters and north-south axis and signals bouncing off the clouds. Ask Woodson about it. He's our radio genius.
Do you know Woodson?
Radio technician Wade Woodson? Sure do. He's the guy that makes sure you can hear Vargas when you're out on patrol. Keeps the machines running and the signal clear. He'll also talk your ear off about circuits and frequencies and I don't know what else if you let him. But be nice to him. He's your lifeline to the base.
I see you have Ace's name tattooed in that heart on your arm.
You noticed that, huh? Well, Ace always said I wore my heart on my sleeve. Yeah, me and Ace, we were more than just old army buddies, if you know what I mean. That's why it hurts so bad. That's why I want to come with you.
All right.
Say, listen. Vargas asked you to look into Ace's death because he thought I was too upset to be professional about it. He didn't want me going off half-cocked and shooting up all of Arizona looking for his killer. But I'd gotta find this guy. Ace and me, well, we'd been fighting side by side for nigh on 20 years. I'm not letting him die unavenged. So, well, I know it's going against orders, but if you let me tag along and be in at the kill, well, I'll help you find your feet out there. Maybe give you a few pointers along the way. I may be old and slow, but I know the wastes like the back of my hand. What do you say?
Sure.
Cool. No need to tell Vargas why I joined you. If anybody asks, I'm just helping you get oriented, all right?
All right. So we recruited Angela. She is a level 7 ranger. With excellent coordination, good awareness, good speed. And she has, let's see, brute force and outdoorsman as skills we do not have in the squad before we recruited her. Very good. Also using an M1, just like Hannibal, and she has Ace's wrench, blunt weapon. Let's equip that as a secondary. And right now we are probably ready to head for the radio tower. Now that's something for the next episode though. For now I'll make a cut here. Thanks for watching. See you on the next one.